I see a lot of people talking about what their favorite Slayer boss is, whether they do Blaze, whether they like the new Spider Slayer, or whether they do, the big tall Enderman. And honestly, I don't really like doing Slayers. If you watch any of my streams, you know that I mine 24/7. But you know what every single person can agree on? T4 Sven is the most boring thing in the game. And I don't even have to really explain why. If you do not have enough damage to one hit kill it, you have to wait for these pups to spawn in, and then you have to wait for this long animation for them to actually spawn. And by the time they spawn, the boss is attacking you from 60 different angles just for you to hit one of the pups instead of the actual boss. And by the time you killed it, it's been 50 seconds because it takes 6 billion years to spawn. It is arguably the worst boss in the entire game. It sucks. It's one of the worst bosses with one of the worst loot pulls, by the way. Now, if you would have told me that 5 years ago, I would have been like, what? Dude, the Overflux is like one of the most expensive things in the game. But if you look at it now, the Overflux is not even 100 million coins. It is dropped so bad. I don't know whether this is due to the Inake Feather update or whether it's just because people realize the Overflux is so bad. And I think one of the main reasons why is that the T4 Blaze came out and it dropped one of the coolest weapons ever, that being the SOS Flare. Well, it's not really a weapon, but it's a crazy good accessory item that is pretty much significantly better than the Overflux. Which leads me to believe, why is this still in the game? Why is the Overflux even an item at this point when it's outclassed by something so significantly? Technically, it could be a big budget thing, but most of the time, most people aren't using the Overflux. And if you are using it, you're using it for like an Enderman boss, or like you're using it for an Enderman boss. You're not using it for any other boss. I was going to say you're going to use it for a Blaze boss, but why would you do that when you can use the SOS Flare? It doesn't make any sense. This boss actively is so bad. And I don't know why it's still in the game, or I don't know why it hasn't been balance changed. It needs so many balance changes. It needs better items. It needs better loot pools. It just needs to make more money. It's like, it's literally the stepchild of all the bosses that nobody likes. Because Zombie Slayer, it's fast, it's good combat XP, and you could drop a Warden Heart, which isn't a lot of money, but it's still good. Spiders, you now have a bunch of drops that are 10 million coins plus. You're making bank. I saw somebody say he made like 100 mil an hour. You're making so much money. Then you got E-Man. Well, E-Man honestly has fallen off, but that's for another video. But you still got the Judgment Core, which is still a lot of coins. And Blaze makes like so much money. It makes like 90 mil an hour. It's like actually insane. But Sven's, you have the potential to make 90 mil every 100 hours. You know how terrible that is? That you get barely any combat XP, and it takes so long to spawn the boss. It is actively the worst Slayer in the game and needs a revamp. But anyway, that's my rant for today. This isn't a slot video. This is just me ranting, and there's still no new updates on the game. So yeah, that's it. I'll see you later.